Is it on?
It's on.
Good evening from Spokane Valley, Washington. We came back this way to see Aunt Sue and pick up some things that we had shipped to her house that she let us do that. So we're gonna pick that up and we're heading over there here in a few minutes, and we're gonna stay here tomorrow and rest up. Then we're gonna get on it and head toward the house. It's 96. I just checked a minute ago. It's 96 here. It's the hottest weather we've been in since we left Dayton, and we went from the high of 40 something. I don't know what day it was we were in Glacier to now. It's about to kill us. Me and Henry's about ready to fall over. We had a subscriber that has asked for some, a quick review of some of the not some of them, but all the campgrounds we stayed at in Alaska.
Canada and Alaska.
Yes. So we've jotted some down. We've got some notes we're going to give. Please, if you got any questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments below.
Yes.
And we'll do our best to answer them. We're not newbies anymore. We have we jumped off in the deep end, but we're still sort of new. So we'll be glad to help anybody that we can.
Yeah.
So we crossed over July the 29th near Grand Prairie, BC, and went to Kelowna. I guess that's how you pronounce it out, British Columbia. And our first campground was Dutch's campground. Hated it. Yeah, for those of you that are youngins, look up on YouTube In Living Color, Men on Film, and you'll understand what I meant there. But anyway, it was Dutch's campground, and we stayed there the first night in British Columbia. It was a back-end site.
Yes.
The bathrooms were less than exemplary. The site was uphill nearly, and it just wasn't pleasant. We hadn't talked about this, but if they were all like that, me and Mama would have turned around and came back to Canada 2 or 3 days later.
Yes.
What you got, Mama?
Yeah, I didn't go to the bathrooms there. We got there very late. And so I just used, of course, the bathroom in the rig. And Papa, I think, went over there to check it out. But it was just, the sites were so close. No. And like you said, if I had an inkling if the other campgrounds are going to be like that, I was ready to come home. So, yeah, no. I would not recommend staying there. And just for clarity, we have a Class C. It's 29 feet long. And I think it's, 10 feet wide? 10 and something. Anyway, so that's just for reference for somebody. And we're dolly towing the Kia Soul, the 2024, the EX. So that's just kind of give you a visualization of what we're towing and how to get in there and the campgrounds and things. And we try to get a pull-through site as much as possible because it is so hard to back up the tow dolly, and then if you get a back in site, you got to take the tow dolly off and all these things. So anyway, just for reference, that's what kind of rig we're driving, and I don't know what everybody's driving, but that's just help you with that.
I'm secure enough in my manhood to admit I can't back up a trailer or a tow dolly. I can with enough cussing and fussing, I can back up a trailer, but the tow dolly is so short you just can't do it. So what usually ends up happening, what has ended up happening both times we've had to do it, is I'll get mad, jump out and unhook the tow dolly and then just pull it, manhandle it to wherever we're going to go, and it's good because if my adrenaline's going, but then my back's sore the next day, so you can't win.
Yeah.
But Dutch's for me out of 10 is a 1. It had hookups barely, so you got to give them that. But that's all that they had going for them. And
just to clarify this, we had to rearrange our plans, obviously, because of the Jasper fires. So we just kind of had to pivot at the very last minute, and so this is how we kind of went. And then we caught up with our original plan. Where was that? In Watson Lake. We caught up with our original plan, and we took the Cassier on the way up and took the Alcan on the way back. So just for those clarifications as well. The next campground we've got is Williams Lake Stampede Campground in Williams Lake, BC. For me, it was okay. I felt like the sites were short and they were kind of close together. You had to pay for your shower. That's another thing that people don't mention in these YouTube videos. That Canada will nickel and dime you to death. And some of the other campgrounds will too. I do admit that in America, whatever. And I'm sure it's everywhere. But I did not know that you had to pay for your shower in Canada. At most, I think there was probably two places, 3 places that we didn't have to pay for. No, maybe 2 that we didn't have to pay for a shower. And I guess that's how they make money. That's okay. But the shower was nothing to write home about at the Williams Lake campground. The only positive was that it was easy to get to Tim Hortons, the Canadian Tire, and the A&W, because that's where we had supper that night.
And it's a pain in the neck to have to pay, because you got to, you're already wagging all your crap to the shower, and you got to keep up with the loonies. Some of them were, you get 4 minutes for a dollar, a Canadian dollar, so you got to have 2 at least, maybe 3 depending on how long you take a shower.
Yeah.
And it's just raise your darn rates and $2, $5, and then make the shower free. I don't understand what the point is of charging for the shower. But the one in Williams Lake, it was at a rodeo arena, and I didn't mind it. It was all right. I would give it a 5.
I'd give it a 3.
A 3.
The bathrooms were janky. I didn't like them. So, didn't like that. I'm sorry.
No good.
Our next stop was Houston, BC, and we stopped at the Shady Rest RV park. Very nice, very clean, very nice level sites. They were not too close together. They had a free shower, very nice owners, huge dog area. Highly recommend this. You just kind of boop off the highway or the whatever they call it, road there, and then you can just kind of go on. There's Tim Hortons in town that you can run to if you want to and come back. And it was very nice there. And the showers, now y'all know I'm a big girl, and so some places had little tiny showers. This was a little tiny shower, but it was okay. I got her done. But some places that we stayed had bigger showers, and some places had real tiny showers. But you can make it work. So just letting you know about that.
It was, going up, it took us 11 days to get through Canada,
Yes.
and that's my fault, because we intentionally planned about every 3rd day we'd stay two nights in some place to give us just a chance to rest up, because we were, like I say, we were new to this.
We didn't know.
We didn't know. So we stayed at this place 2 nights, and it was good. There was no. It wasn't near any tourist places or any scenery or anything, but it gave us a good resting place. So it was good. I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, me too. It was nice. The next one that we come to is Stewart, BC, close there by Hyder, and we stayed at the Bear River. You had to pay for your showers. The showers were nice. They were nice, very clean. But you had to step, and Papa said this. He said maybe they put these showers up on like a step up for the plumbing underneath. I don't know what happens. But this one, like the floor is here, you had to step up, and here's a platform, and then the shower. Now this was an okay platform. This was okay. But if you had any kind of mobility issues, I feel like, or if you were kind of unsteady on your feet, this could present a problem. Because if you're trying to step out of the shower onto the platform and then down onto the bathroom floor, if your feet are not dry, or if somebody's come in and it's wet, you could fall. So, and there was no safety rail, no kind of little help you up little bar or any of that. So I don't know people's situations, but that is something to kind of think about for those things. I'm kind of short, and it was kind of hard for me to step down. I made sure I had on my regular shoes instead of my shower shoes and things like that. But it also did not have a dedicated dog area.
That's a big deal for us. People frown on Henry doing his business in their campsite, So we wound up. We would walk. We were on the back row. We'd walk down to the end of the row and go across the road into the weeds there, so he could do his business. But it didn't have that I saw. It didn't have a dog area, and that's a, if you don't have a dog, it's no big deal. But if you do have a dog, they have to take care of their business too.
Right.
I'd give this one probably a 7.
I give it a 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then from there we went to Dease Lake. It's dry camping. There was no hookups, no electric, no water.
And it's at the water's edge campground. And when you come off the highway, you go down a hill like this that's gravel all the way down. Would not want to come up that or even down that if it had rained too much, because it'd just be a muddy mess, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very scary. Like, it just kind of goes straight on down and you kind of come around. The lake's over here and we were kind of up on a hill. He took us kind of up on a hill. It was a pretty campsite. We couldn't really see the lake, but it was peaceful. Yeah. And you could run your generator if you needed to, but no hookups. And I guess they had a bathroom, but no showers or any of that.
Yeah. We're self-contained when we have to be. We got water, we got lights, we got access to a bathroom if we need to. But it's we try to get hookups because I ain't trying to be Gentle Ben out there camping. If we don't have the hookups, then what were we paying for? The only thing we were paying for was a piece of gravel that we could have gotten on the side of the road. I don't like the non-hookup sites. The only place I liked the boondocking was in the Bighorns, and I'll do that again the next chance we get. But I didn't like it at this place.
Right. The next one was Watson Lake at the downtown RV park. And this place it's just a large gravel lot. It is bare bones, but the sites are long. They're not close together, not really. I mean, it's not too bad. And for it to be bare bones, the bathroom is immaculate, isn't it? The bathroom is clean. It's got a big shower in it. It's dated, but it's got a nice shower, good hot water. It's clean. They even have a hairdryer in there for you, and he plays music, and the showers are free. So we stayed there twice, and like I said, very bare bones. They're very nice. I would give it an 8.
And they didn't have a dog area either.
Oh,
and
no.
It's just a gravel. It's a big parking lot is all it is with gravel. It's not, instead of being concrete, it's gravel. But me and Henry we found a place to do our business, but they didn't have a place for that. And I'm assuming that most people travel with some sort of pet, a cat or a dog, and the dog needs to work something up before he can do his business. So he needs some room to walk around in, and they didn't have that. But it was for what we saw, it was the best place available.
Yeah.
So that's why we stayed there twice.
Yeah.
If we were going to do it again, which we ain't, but if we were going to do it again, we would probably stay there.
Yeah.
We left there and went to Whitehorse, and we stayed at the
Pioneer RV Park, and they had free showers. You had to get a token from the front office, and I think that worked the hot water. It was a big shower. It was like in a row, and it was in a building in a row, and you just walk in, and it's kind of the whole shower encompasses the room. I think there was a sink, and like the bathrooms are separate. I don't think there was a toilet in there. The sites were too close together, and it was very crowded with buildings at the front. Like when you come in, there was the office was there, the showers were over this way, the gas pumps were here, and it looked like the dump was over here, the sandy dump. So it was very kind of close together. The sites were as well. We just stayed there once. I mean, they were super nice, but if you don't like people being right up on you, and these people were really right up on us. Like the people next to us, thank goodness they didn't have a slide, because they'd have been sliding into our slide. So you got to kind of have to watch your rig with that. But I don't know. They was okay. I give them a 6
They had
for the shower.
Yeah, they had 6. I think they had 6 showers, and 3 of them were not working. Or maybe they had 10. I don't know. But you had to go to shower number 4 before you could get one that worked, and then you just hit or miss if you had to. You had to get there when nobody else was there to get a shower. It was okay.
I forget about that.
But they did give you they had their own gas pumps, so if you stayed the night, you got a discount on gas, so that helped a lot because gas in Canada is not cheap.
No.
But it was all right. I give it a 7, I guess.
I take mine down. I forgot about them showers not working right. I give them a 4.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
My mom don't play.
I don't play.
Then our last night in Canada on the way up there was at Destruction Bay, Yukon, and it was another boondocking site. There was no water, no electric, no bathrooms. They did have a dump station for an extra $10, and it was very isolated. There was no cell service. We were, as far as I know, we were the only ones in the campground, and it was just a little off-putting. My mom got creeped out, but she didn't enjoy it at all.
No. That was at Kluane Lake. It was called the Cottonwood RV Park. But when you Google it before we got there, and in the Garmin, it came up with a different name. So actually, we bypassed it and went down and turned around. I felt like it was off-putting. It was a beautiful place the way they had it, but the owner, I'm assuming he was the owner, he just asked a lot of questions, and I guess you do. I mean, but we're just kind of not used to that. And like he took us down to one site down this way and said, oh no, somebody's coming through, they're going to use this site. So then he drives us around and we keep driving, and then here we are. Had an awesome view of the lake. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I just felt a little creeped out. I don't know. He was just giving me a vibe that I just didn't care for. Showers were $5, needless to say. We waited till the next day, and got ourselves a shower. Also, when we pulled up, he told us it was going to be $25, American or Canadian, to stay there. And we said, okay, fine. And then he said $10 to dump. Well, we needed to dump. So Kevin gives him $40 Canadian. Didn't get change back. So that to me...
and I didn't ask for change. I didn't know if I had misunderstood what he said, because it doesn't make any sense. 25 Canadian, 25 American.
Right.
So I thought, well, I misunderstood him. But when I got back to the rig, I asked Anya. She said, no, that's what he said, 25.
Yeah, excuse me. So I just felt like that was just being a little dishonest. And actually, on the way back, which we'll get to that, we stayed on the side of the road at Kluane Lake. And just had as much stuff and as much scenery as we had at that. But I just felt a little creeped out by that guy. I mean, I don't know. I guess I watched too much Dateline, but he just the vibe just kind of creeped me out. I didn't sleep good that night.
Just too much TV. Here we are out in the middle of nowhere, and they're you have in your mind they're luring these tourists in, and if they catch some by themselves, then you never hear from them again, and yada yada yada. But it was all right. And,
my boo had me.
But it was a little disconcerting. But we did all right. We survived and moved on.
Yeah.
We're already at 19 minutes, and my hand is getting tired. so that gets us through Canada.
Yes.
We'll do a part 2, going through Alaska, and we'll try to talk faster and come back through Canada. Or we may do part 3. Part 2 will be all of Alaska, and part 3 will be on the way back through Canada.
Yeah.
But you got anything else, Mama?
No, we'll finish. Either we'll do another video tonight when we get back, or in the morning. But I'll go ahead and post this video, and that does bring us up to when we stayed in Alaska. So we'll finish that up either later today or tomorrow. But I'll post this first half right now, so that'll give you something to think about. So
if you got any questions, put them in the
Please.
comment, and stay tuned for part 2.
Yes.
And if nothing else,
we'll see you down the road.